As far as the injuries go, really Kingsley was the only one that got hurt on the interception there, so hit his head on the turf. Listen, Denver played a good game and they got us today. On our side, I've got to make sure that we don't go 3 and out with those last couple offensive series, and then there were a variety of things that went on that we all contributed to. So throughout both sides of the ball and special teams, and there were some good things, But when you're playing a good football team, and you got to cut back on your penalties for sure. Too many there, and then some of the other mistakes that we had. So we'll get that cleaned up, and we'll get ready for the Colts. Time's yours.
What does it say about those last couple of drives?
We needed to do better on them. I could have given the guys better opportunity to do that.
Coach Reid coming out of the bye and having so many penalties, hoping to be crispy with the time off.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you look for. I think everybody, that's probably an obvious one, right?
What led to some of the sellouts you think in the first half?
Yeah, well, listen, they're the number one defense in the National Football League, so we were fighting, and then we had some where we were going backwards and kind of self-inflicted things. So we've got to take care of that.
That interception in the red zone, just knowing you guys could have maybe gotten points. Got the league started to control the game.
Yeah, we still had opportunities, so you don't want that, right? Pat didn't want it. I don't want it. I mean, that's not what you want, but it's there were other opportunities as we went, so we got to make sure we take care of that business. Go ahead.
The 3rd and 15 there on defense on the last sequence. What did you see?
Yeah, so he was able to get out containment there, and receiver worked to get himself open. We had a couple guys right around him there, so quarterback made a play, receiver made a play.
Took a couple downfield shots in the first series that looked like could have been there. Obviously, type 1 catches. Was that just the way the game unfolded? Was that something that you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, we thought we had some opportunities down the field. Didn't work out, but I mean, percentages, you're going to take a few and lose a few of those, but we felt like it would come back and help us, and it did later on in the game.
The block extra point, too.
Yeah, they did a good job splitting us right there, and we've been pretty good in that area, and they got us on that one.
What did you think of Josh's return?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job for being off as long as he was, and then going against who he went against. Did a pretty good job there. Yeah.
Andy, one of the things this year is your guys' inability to win in one-score games. Is there sort of a message that you have for the guys to see how good you guys are feeling?
Yeah, when you're playing good teams, whether it's myself making a call or the players playing, you can't. You've got to do the right things. Put the guys in the right position, and the guys got to make plays when given an opportunity. Both sides of the ball, special teams. That's what we're all in it together. All right.
It's a division game, and you never really feel good after a loss. That's a lot of lessons you can learn after a loss. I think for us, most importantly, coming together as a team, self-evaluation at an all-time high, sense of urgency at an all-time high, and critiquing. I think we got a bunch of penalties today, so if we want to win, we got to not beat ourselves. That's a starting point. But coming together as a team, relying on each other. This moment right here is very pivotal for us as a team to make sure we come as a cohesive unit. So easy to point fingers, especially after a loss, especially when you have so many expectations from everybody else. But most importantly, it's about what matters in the building and amongst each other.
Chris, maybe it's the same sort of question, but what's it mean to be 5-5 right now, and how do you look at how you reset from here?
Well, we won 5 games and we lost 5 games, so we're at 500. And this week we play a really, really good team. And I think we have the pieces to win out. But it starts with one game. Starts with us, especially offensive line, defensive line. These next few games is going to be critical for us individually and also as a group for us to make sure we control the trenches.
What are the traits that you see in the team that tells you that you guys are going to stick together for something for this stretch?
I mean, anytime you suffer loss, it's so easy to point out what someone else done bad. And for me, most importantly, it's about self-evaluation. Look at yourself. Look in the mirror. What could you done better? Once you start to do that, and everyone's seeing what they could have done better, and we come together as a group, and we commit to making sure we do our 111, I think we'll be great.
The Chiefs' season, once sparkling with hope, now finds itself in a tailspin after falling to the Broncos, 22-19, a defeat that didn't just sting because of the scoreboard, but because of how it happened. They're now 0-5 in one-score contests, an almost unthinkable turnaround from last year's 12-0 record in games decided by 8 points or fewer. Denver's win didn't just put the Chiefs a step behind. It shoved them 3 games back in the loss column and out of the current playoff picture. The Broncos sit comfortably atop the AFC West, and the Chiefs are left scrambling for answers. The story of the loss starts with the final minutes. Kansas City held the ball twice in the fourth quarter, once protecting a slender 3-point edge, and again with things knotted up. Both times the offense sputtered. 2 quick 3-and-outs handed the ball right back to Denver. Even Matt Ariza's booming punts couldn't save them. The defense managed to force the Broncos into a tough 3rd and 15, yet instead of dialing up pressure, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo played it safe. Bo Nix had all day and found Cortland Sutton for 20 yards, a decision that will likely haunt the coaching staff. Those missed opportunities piled up, and in the final quarter, Bo Nix outdueled Patrick Mahomes. That's not a headline Chiefs fans expect to read. If you're following along, hit subscribe now. There's more to come. Penalties became another anchor, though the Chiefs moved the ball efficiently at times, for red zone trips produced just 6 points out of a possible 21. Every single time they got close, a yellow flag flew. Juju Smith-Schuster got called for holding, then Josh Simmons, then Jawan Taylor for illegal formation. Each infraction left the offense fighting uphill on 1st or 2nd down. Red zone mistakes are always costly, but these stung even more. Add Mahomes' interception. Chasing a desperate play on 3rd down after a penalty had pushed them back, and the Chiefs' self-inflicted wounds were obvious. Sloppy execution and untimely mistakes doomed their chances in another tight game. Downfield passing was a rare bright spot, but also a source of frustration. Tyquan Thornton made a highlight reel 61-yard grab that set up Kansas City's only touchdown drive, a rare moment of offensive explosion. Yet the ones that got away lingered longer. Mahomes missed both Xavier Worthy and Thornton deep on the game's first drive, which ended without points. After halftime, Denver's defense, tops in the league at pressuring quarterbacks, ramped up the heat. Still, Mahomes often had a clean pocket early on, but never fully capitalized. The Chiefs' inability to threaten deep consistently limited their scoring. Special teams, a former stronghold, turned disastrous. Harrison Butker had another extra point blocked, shrinking the margin to 3 instead of 4 late in the game. On kickoffs, Butker first sent one to the end zone, giving Denver the ball at the 35, then missed his target on the next. The collapses didn't stop there. The Chiefs' coverage unit allowed Marvin Mims to charge 70 yards on a punt return, setting the Broncos up at the 11 and leading to an easy field goal, the same difference as the final score. Penalties on special teams only made things worse. The lone bright spot was Ariza, who blasted 4 punts for a 60-yard average, flipping the field more than once. Still, his efforts couldn't cover up the special teams' broader failings. Now about Travis Kelce. At 36, he's not just defying age, he's rewriting his own story. Kelce hauled in a 21-yard touchdown on 3rd down to reclaim the lead in the fourth quarter, but the play's brilliance was in how he got there. Breaking tackles. He looked nothing like a tight end supposed to be on the decline. Last season, Kelce forced just 3 missed tackles the entire year. This fall, he's already up to 8, putting him on pace to nearly quadruple that total. Mahomes leaned heavily on Kelce all afternoon, feeding him 9 catches for 91 yards. For Kelce, it's a resurgence. For the rest of the receivers, it's a glaring spotlight.